Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Micah and today's video is going to be a declutter video. I filmed an entire declutter series of 10 different parts and today we are doing one of those parts. I will be using this intro for every single one of these videos, so if you're thinking, hey, I think I've seen this video before, then stay tuned because it might very well be one of the declutters that I filmed. I just thought it would be easy to have one intro for every single one of these videos because the lowdown on these kind of videos and the disclaimer I have for this is pretty much the same for every single one of these. I went through my entire makeup collection. As I said, there are going to be 10 different parts and I just went through everything because it really needed to clear out. As I'm talking, I will make sure to put in some before pictures because it was a right old mess. There were products everywhere on top of things, and the drawers where I keep my makeup, which you can see behind me, were just like stuck to the brim. They were very heavy and I just knew it was time to declutter. Now, I don't get sent a whole lot of PR. Most of the makeup I own is stuff I pay with my own money. And that's why when it comes to declutters, I'm not too savage. I know I need to get rid of stuff because some things are just old or broken or it didn't work for me or whatever the case might be why I'm getting rid of something. I did spend my own money on it, so it's not something that I feel like I'm not aiming to get rid of like 50% of all of my makeup or 70% or almost everything. I like having a good variety of drugstore and high-end stuff, and it's just that I try a lot of makeup for my blog and for my YouTube channel, and sometimes it just gets to that point where you're like, am I still using this? No, I'm not. And when you get to that point, it's just time to get rid of stuff. I will not be selling any of the makeup that I'm getting rid of because 9 out of 10 times I've had it free for quite some time and I would not feel good selling it to anyone or passing it on to anyone I don't know personally. So by the time I'm filming this intro, I have already passed on some of the stuff that you will be seeing decluttered in these videos. So even if you leave a comment saying, hey, can I have that? It may very well be that I no longer even have that product because I have already passed on a couple of bits to friends and family. Hey everyone, welcome to my final declutter. These are all of my face palettes and I thought I would put them in a different video because, well, there are quite a few here and I definitely don't need this many because this is a bit crazy. I've been trying lots of different things, but I've got a couple of favorites here that I'd like to keep, and then everything else I just think I should get rid of because some of this I never use. Because when do I use face palettes? Mostly when I travel. So I'm just going to take out a couple of my travel staples. One of them is this e.l.f. palette. This is actually, I kind of fused together my, I used to have 3 of these. I had a blush palette, a highlight palette, and then the bronzer or the contour palette. I kept the bronzer and the contour shade from the contour palette. I kept one of the blushes and I kept one of the highlighters. And now I have my perfect travel palette. So I'm going to keep that because I use that quite a bit. And then I think, yes, this one. So this is the Sleek Face Form palette in Fair. And this is the one that I also like to use when I travel. You got a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. This is very similar to NARS Orgasm, so I love traveling with that. So those I really like to travel with. Everything else, this NARS palette actually is one that I like to bring with me when I travel to see family over the holidays sometimes. So if I stay the night at my parents', this is not something I dare sticking into a suitcase when I like fly across the world because I'm afraid it will break. But it's got Laguna, it's got a contour and a highlight shade. I think it's like the Olympia Duo or something. And then it's got a couple of like blushes here. It's got like a gradient here, so you can do everything with this. And it has Laguna, so I'm keeping this because I decluttered my Laguna single, and this is much newer than the Laguna one. Let me see what this is called. This is called just the Cheek Studio palette, and this was limited edition a few years ago. But I'm getting rid of the Catrice one. Mainly, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has a very bulky edge to it. And the pens in this are just a little bit, let me see. The pens in this are just a little bit too small to really stick your brush in, and you get 2 creams in it, which, creams next to powders? Nope, thank you. Contouring palettes, I have a few, and there are a few that I really like. This one by Catrice. This is the Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette in the shade Ashy Radiance. They discontinued this, and I'm very sad about it, but I still have plenty of product left. I'm not sure how much this comes with. Does it say? I probably rubbed off over time, but this is very nice. What they're doing right now, so this is like the newer version of that, is this shape in a box palette, and these powders are lovely. The contour shade in this is very comparable to the contour shade in this, but I love this better because you get a little bit more product than this. And this does come with a finishing powder and like a highlighter shade, but I'm going to get rid of this because I already have the old one that I like better. But if you're in a pinch and you're looking for a good affordable drugstore contour palette, then look into these Catrice ones. I also really like this W7 Hollywood Bronze and Glow. This is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm not a fan of dupe makeup really, but this is very, very nice. I made a dent into that bronzer. I went to town when I first got this, so keeping that. And then I also have this contouring palette by Wet n Wild. This is the Dulce de Leche, the infamous one. I really like this for setting my under eye. This is a nice contour shade. This is a definite keep. Move this a little bit here. Something I'm not going to keep is this palette by Rimmel. This is the Coral Glow palette. I've never really used this. I bought this because a lot of people were raving about it, and I just think it's nothing special. Sticking to contour palettes then for a minute, Kat Von D Shade and Light. This has gotten quite a bit of love for me, especially these three shades here. Those are the ones I like the best, so I'll keep this. I'm not really into contouring at the moment, so that's why I think I'll declutter the Ultra Contour Palette by Makeup Revolution. This is a nice contour palette. It's very affordable, but I just don't think I need this in my life anymore. It has a nice like pale like setting shade and some good contour shades. This works really well for me, but I just don't need it if I also have the Kat Von D. These are some like blush palettes, things that have a bit of everything. This is the I Am Face palette by Essence, and I quite like this, I have to say. It's just that because it has eyeshadows and a shimmering blush and a shimmering highlighter, I never reach for this, so this needs to go. This is a Z palette in which I've depotted some Benefit powders. This came in one of those box sets that they do for the holidays. My Coralista cracked, but I was very happy because the other shades were the ones that were interesting to me. I've got Hula, Dandelion, Rockateur, and Sugar Bomb, and I like all of these, so I'll keep it. Yeah, blush palettes, highlight palettes then. This is a Quo blush palette, and I was very surprised by the quality of this. This is actually quite nice. I'm trying to not blind you at the same time and make sure we have light. There we are. So this is actually pretty nice quality. It's just that I don't really use blush palettes, so I'm not sure if I should keep it because this is quite new to me. So I feel bad decluttering it. Maybe I should just hang on to it for now, and then I can always get back to it, right? I can always get rid of it at a later date. These sleek ones, this is the one in Sugar. Oh, that's blinding you, isn't it? And this is the one in Pumpkin. And out of these two, I think I'm going to get rid of Sugar. This is definitely formulated for a darker skin tone than mine. So I need to get rid of that. These are some really nice bright popping blushes, especially this one on the end and also this orange. I don't need any bright blush if I have this, but I do want to keep some sleek blushes because I've decluttered mine, all of them over the years. But I want to keep some because I do really like them. And then I have these two Zoeva palettes. This is very new to me. I haven't used this yet. This is the Premier Collection palette, and this has some stunning shades. Look at that. Nice golden highlight. I like the blush shades in this very much. And the reason why I was so adamant getting this set was because when I bought the Opulence collection last year, apart from the brushes, my favorite thing was actually this face highlighter blush trio. Nice neutral blush, very nice highlight, and this red tone blush with a light hand, very nice. So I'm going to keep those. Something I'm going to get rid of here in the highlight palette section is this sleek one. This is the Sleek Midas Touch. I wanted to try some sleek highlighters, but the one that everybody raves about is much too dark for me, so I tried this, but I'm just not a fan of the cream, and I mainly bought this because it has a blue, But then I got the Moonchild palette. And if you have the Moonchild palette, you really don't need any other duochrome highlight in your life, if you don't want to. So these I would very much like to keep because it has the blues and the purples and the pinks and the greens. You don't need any other crazy highlighter if you have that palette. In a similar vein, this Galaxy in a Box highlighting palette by Catrice. It comes with a face gloss, which again, a cream with powders, not my cup of tea. But these are some stunning duochromes. This is definitely a recommendation for me if you are looking into Catrice. You want to try some good highlighters, get this palette. It's really nice. And then we've got these three. Out of these Essence ones, my favorite is this Glow to Go palette because it has sort of like more neutral shades. I can use these shimmery, darker tones as bronzers, and the other ones are highlighters on me. So those are really nice. This, I actually wanted to get the lighter version of this and not this darker version, so they sent me the wrong one. But that was because it was listed incorrectly on the website when I got it. It's nice. These are nice, but I feel they are a little bit icy, especially this lighter shade. A little bit icy, or this lighter shade, I should say. And this darker one is just a bit meh. So I prefer this older one over the new one. And then I have a CoverGirl one, which I looked at this and I was like, I don't remember how I felt about this. I remember putting this on my face because I have used it. That is very, very nice. So I'm going to keep that because that's a very nice palette. 4 face palettes I am getting rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a pretty good number, I think. But yeah, I still have plenty more. But yeah, 8 face palettes that I'm getting rid of. And that is the end of all of my declutters. I really hope you enjoyed them. I really enjoy doing them. I definitely have. I'll show you the box in a minute because, yeah, there's a lot of makeup that's gonna go. But these are all of the palettes I'm getting rid of in this round. Make sure you check the link in the description box. I've put all of my previous declutters into a little playlist. So if you would like to see that, then feel free to click that link. And yeah, I make new videos twice a week, so if you'd like to see more videos by me, then please stick around and subscribe to my channel. That would be lovely. I post new videos every Thursday and Sunday, 5 a.m. Central European Time. And without further ado, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. So I've just finished decluttering my entire makeup collection, and this is everything I'm going to get rid of.